Got my key right here because now everything is registered. Got the papers for the car. Everything is good. Now I have no money. I have to start over again. So that's fun. And I can't even like whine about being rinsed, having no money anymore, having the little bit of change left for car repairments. But I'll save up for it because that's me. That's the kind of person I am. I'll make a comeback. But I can't even whine no more because if I whine, I'll just get a lot of I told you so's. So and I don't want that to be honest. So anyway, let's get back into the reading. Also, I had a game today. We won, and I scored. It was a wonderful feeling. Definitely a feeling that I want to continue and I want to experience even more. You know. But anyway, enough about me. Let's get back. No, I forgot where I left off. Oh my gosh. Ah. Okay. He had not openly reverted to childhood superstition, but he did not want to risk the pain of loss again. Undeterred by his uh, hesist- being so hesitant, hesitancy, she pursued him, and in time, he had to admit he was in love with her. So in love, so in love that he told her about his lifelong tag game with death, something of which he spoke to no one else. Listen, Paula said. Listen, Paula, listen, Paula said. You won't have to mourn me. I'm going to outlive you because I'm not the type to bottle up my feelings. I take out my frustration on those around me, so I'm bound to shave a decade off your life. They had been married in a simple courthouse ceremony 4 years ago, the summer after Travis's 32nd birthday. The summer after Travis' 32nd birthday, he had loved her. Oh God, how he had loved her. To Einstein, he said, we didn't know it then, but she had cancer on our wedding day. Oh my gosh. 10 months later, she was dead. Sucks. I feel deep commiseration for Travis. The dog put its head down in his lap again. For a while, Travis could not continue. He drank some beer. He stroked the dog's head. In time, he said, after that, I tried to go on as usual, always priding myself in going on, facing up to anything, keeping my chin up, all that bullshit. Kept the real estate office running another year, but none of it mattered anymore. Sold it 2 years ago. Cashed in all my investments too. Turned everything into cash and socked it in the bank. Rented the house, spent the last 2 years, well, brooding. And I got squirrely. Hardly a surprise, huh? Squarely as hell. Came full circle, you see. Right back to what I believed when I was a kid, that I was a danger to anyone who gets close to me. But you changed me, Einstein. You turned me around in one day. I swear, it's like you were sent to show me what life's mysterious, strange, and full of wonders, and that only a fool withdraws from it willingly and let it pass him by. The dog was peering up at him again. He lifted his beer can, but it was empty. Einstein went to the fridge and course. Got another course. Taking the can from the dog, Travis said. Now, now, after hearing the whole sorry thing, what do you think? You think it's wise for you to hang around with me? You think it's safe? You think it's safe? Einstein wolfed. Was that a yes? Einstein rolled onto his back and put all four legs in the air, baring his belly as he had done earlier when he had permitted Travis to collar him. Putting his beer aside, Travis got off his chair, settled on the floor, and stroked the dog's belly. All right, he said. All right, but don't die on me, damn you. Don't you dare die on me. Ah, dang. Back to Nora. Nora Devon's telephone rang again at 11 o'clock. It was struck. Are you in bed now, prettiness? Are you in bed now, prettiness? She did not reply. Do you wish I was there with you? Since the previous call, she had thought about how to handle him and had come up with several several threats she hoped might work. She said, "If you don't leave me alone, I'll go to the police." Nora, do you sleep in the nude? Do you sleep in the nude? She was sitting in bed. She sat up straighter, tense, rigid. I'll go to the police and say you tried to force yourself on me. I will. I swear, I will. I'd like to see you in the nude, he said, ignoring her threat. I'll lie. I'll say you raped me. Wouldn't you like me to put my hands on your breast? On your breast? Wouldn't you like me to put my hands on your breast, Nora? Dull cramps in her stomach forced her to bend forward in bed. Dull cramps in her stomach forced her to bend forward in bed. I'll have the telephone company put a tap on my line, record all the calls I get, so I'll have proof. Kiss you all over, Nora. Wouldn't that be nice? The cramps were getting worse. She was shaking uncontrollably too. Her voice cracked repeatedly as she employed her final threat. I have a gun. I have a gun. I have a gun. Tonight you will dream about me, Nora. I'm sure you will. You will dream about me kissing you everywhere, all over your pretty body. She slammed the phone down, rolling onto her side on the bed. She hunched her shoulders and drew up her knees and hugged herself. The cramps had no physical cause. They were strictly an emotional reaction generated by fear and shame and rage and enormous frustration. Gradually, the pain passed, fear subsided, leaving only rage. She was so wrenchingly innocent of the world and its ways, so unaccustomed to dealing with people that she couldn't function unless she restricted herself to the house, to a private world without human contact. She knew nothing about social interaction. She had not even been she had not even been capable of holding a polite conversation with Garrison Dilworth, Aunt Violet's attorney, Nora's attorney now. During their meetings to settle the estate, she had answered his questions as succinctly, succinctly. Ziggy, how do you pronounce the word Succinctly? Use it in a sentence. Ziggy, use the word that I just said in a sentence. Make a sentence with it. Like, you're pissing me off, bro. Question as succinctly as possible, and had sat in his presence with her eyes downcast and her cold hands fidgeting in her lap, crushingly shy, afraid of her own lawyer. She couldn't afraid of her own lawyer. If she couldn't deal with a kind man like Garrison Dilworth, how could she ever handle a beast like Art Streck? In the future, in the future, she wouldn't dare have a repairman in her own. No matter what broke down, she would just have to live in ever worsening decay and ruin because the next man might be another Streck or worse. In the tradition established by her aunt, Nora already had groceries delivered from a neighborhood market, so she did not have to go out to shop. But now she would be afraid to let the delivery boy into the house. He had never been the least aggressive, suggestive, or in any way insulting, but one day he might see the but one day he might see the vulner. Oh my gosh, I can't say anything today. Vulnerability. He might see the. Let me just read slower. He might see the vulnerability that Streck has seen. She hated Violet. On the other hand, Violet had been right. Nora was a mouse. Like all mice, her destiny was to run, to hide, and to cower in the dark. Alright, we'll leave it right there. I know it was a short one once again, but yeah, it's a late night and I have school in the morning, so no complaints. Anyway, so a quick recap of what I read. Finish it off with Travis just giving Einstein all the details about his wife who died, who promised him that she wasn't gonna die, but 10 months later, she died with cancer. The whole time in their relationship, she had cancer, but they didn't know. But after they had gotten married, 10 months later, she died, and that was sad to read. Then after that, I left off where Nora still getting creeped out by Streck, still getting annoying calls by Streck. Streck is still bothering Nora, and yeah, Nora just feels weak because she can't do anything about it. My prediction for the next reading is that Nora is gonna fall for Streck. I don't know. I why do I think that way? I don't know. I just think Nora is gonna start to like it, and we got to know a little bit about Nora too. Is that she doesn't go outside very often, and she's an inside person, and with the stuff that her aunt put in her head, she's scared of the outside world and doesn't want to explore it for herself. But yeah, that's the reading for today. Ziggy, stop. Yeah, that was the reading for today. It was nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Oh, the recap was actually quick. I gave myself 2 minutes to recap, and I think I did a decent job.